Bill, Damian Harris was getting a decent amount of usage early in the game, but then that seemed to tail off. I know he came in with a couple of injuries. Were those things related?
No, I don't think so.
And it seems like in this game and maybe some games earlier in the season as well, there have been more missed tackles than usual. Is there anything specific that you could point to for why those might be occurring?
No, no, it's something I have to keep working on.
Bill, you average around 5 yards per carry on that opening drive, and then your average and your run rate went down significantly. Did you see that as a function of the game script getting out of hand where you're down by 11 at half, or was that a conscious game plan decision?
Well, I think that, Houston, the Texans made some adjustments in the running game. And, I think we had, some good opportunities in the passing game, which we took advantage of. We threw the ball pretty well. So I think that's, I think we were able to move the ball. That really wasn't the issue. We had, some penalties stopped us, and then we had some, missed opportunities when we moved it across 50 or into the scoring zone.
Cam's production as a passer, I mean, he was hitting at all levels of the field and seemed to be playing as well as he had in a month or perhaps longer. What did you see from him in the second half with the game opened up a little bit?
Yeah, I think he's been playing pretty consistently here for a while. So we've seen that from him. I think a number of games here, really since the San Francisco and Buffalo games. He's been productive for us. So are the receivers.
Did you feel like you were putting enough pressure on Watson, and how hard is it to strike that balance between having enough in the secondary versus just trying to make the quarterback uncomfortable there?
Yeah, well, I mean, those are the choices you got to make. I mean, they got a lot of good receivers. They got a good quarterback. They've done pretty well against pressure. Wasn't very good for us last year. We mixed it in there some, but they did a pretty good job with all of it, to tell you the truth.
Hi, Bill. Obviously, a disappointing start defensively. Can you talk about your defensive effort there in the second half?
Yeah, well, it was certainly more competitive in the second half. We still, had a couple of second and long and third down conversions that allowed them to get into field goal range, but it was good to keep them out of the end zone in the second half and hold them to 2 field goals. But we gave up too many points in the first half, and just couldn't make the stops there in the second half to keep them out of field goal range. So it got better, but it wasn't, in the end, just wasn't good enough. And Watson and their offense was, they just outcoached us and outplayed us today in that phase of the game.